What is going on YouTube and Diablo fans? My name's Andreas, and as always, welcome back to Mana and Motherboards. Now today I am quickly just wanting to show you the gear of the Echoing Strike Warlock that we are busy giving away in our pseudo competition, join our Discord sort of push the giveaway event that we are doing at the moment. And I just wanted to showcase for you what this gear can do and how it performs in game. So if you've watched any of our previous videos that we put out recently, this is the gear that we're giving away with our Echoing Strike Warlock giveaway. Join our Discord, push competition, whatever you want to call it. So the only difference with the gear that I've got on my character right now is because I put 0 strength into my character. As you can see, I have a base value of 15 strength. I am not able to use the Spirit Monarch that will be part of the giveaway. So instead of using the Spirit Monarch, I am using my 30 faster cast rate Dual Mephistos. So that is the only difference, that I am using that instead of Spirit. But other than that, it is very similar. You're not really going to pick up any differences between using Spirit or this. It's going to be basically the same. So just quickly running over the gear, we have Obsession, a Shaker with a perfect Topaz. We have Enigma in a 10% enhanced defense mage plate. We have a High Lords. We'll have that Spirit Shield over here. A Laying of Hands, a 10% faster cast rate Mana Leech with Res Ring, an Arachnid Mesh Belt, a Mana Steel Ring, and some Gore Rider boots. Now with that, we've also got a Torch and an Annie. I am just using mine for that strength that I'm missing, because like I mentioned, I didn't put any strength into this build. So to use the gear, I'm just using my Annie and Torch. You will get this Annie and Torch. I've also just got my Yeeds on. It doesn't make a difference to the performance of this character, so let's just carry on with that. And then on the Merc setup, we have that Pride in a Man Catcher, we have that Treachery in the Sacred Armor, and that Andariel's Visage. So that is basically it. We have in the skill tree maxed out Echoing Strike, Blade Warp, Mirrored Blades, 1 into Hexbane, 1 into Sigil Lethargy, 1 into everything, maxing out as much into Blood Oath while getting 20 to Demonic Mastery and the rest into Consume. So that is the general build and everything going on there. And let's just quickly, what I'll do is terrorize Act 4, and we'll just give you a bit of a showcase of the gear that you can win in this competition. So if you don't know the details of the competition, basically what we are trying to do is just put together a Discord community for all of us to share our enthusiasm and passion for Diablo 2 Resurrected, and just get a bit of a community going where we can trade, share knowledge and tips and tricks and all of that good stuff, and just in general have a good time together. And one thing I've noticed, it seems like there's a bit of I don't know what to call it, but some people seem to be thinking that I'm like using this giveaway as like a way to, you know, get people to join the Discord, which yes I am, but that is not the be all end all reason. I don't know how to explain it fully, but people seem to be giving me trouble for using this giveaway as a reason or excuse for people to join the Discord, and ultimately it is just an aid to get more people in the community and the Discord channel so that we can have a thriving community together. It's not, like some people have mentioned, a lazy way to try and gain traction on the channel or gain viewership or anything like that. I mean, personally, I feel like I don't need to explain it or explain myself, but I thought I just would give you a bit of an overview of everything that's going on at the moment. And surprisingly, I thought the competition videos would be quite popular in terms of, you know, people getting interested in what the competition's all about and sort of viewing them, but the actual views on the competition videos have been very little, which kind of surprised me. Either way, I'm just happy to get the community going, and the community has been kicking off rather well in my opinion. We've got probably about 30 or so people in our Discord community at this point in time, and it is just awesome to see. We've already been doing some trades and some people looking for groups, some people who just want to chat and just share things. Some people are playing solo self-found, but they just want a platform to be able to chat to some other players and just, you know, have a good time. So I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope the people who have joined so far are enjoying the community. And I think it's just a cool spot for people to hang out and do some stuff. So what I'm going to do is just quickly buff up again here. I'm probably running low on my buffs, but as you can see, this build absolutely annihilates everything on a terrorized 95 Act 4 here. It is really powerful. I'm just going to on weapon switch put up my battle command and battle orders, put on my Hexbane, Psychic Ward, summon a Defiler, summon a Goatman, and then, or I'm going to summon a Goatman there and then consume him. And there we go, we are fully buffed up. So I'll quickly show you a bit more of the gameplay on how this whole setup works. But as you can see, if you have a similarly leveled Warlock and you are lucky enough to win this gear, you are going to be in a very good spot and position to play any content in the game that you desire and just run around just killing stuff like crazy. This build is so broken, so powerful, and I think this gear with Obsession, as you can see, you have capped res, and that is with no skillers or nothing in my inventory. Basically just a couple magic find charms and things like that, but very basic inventory setup, just your torch and Annie. And this build just absolutely slaps. It dominates. It's such a broken build. That Bind Demon is so strong. Echoing Strike itself is so strong. And even without an insight, you can see, using this Pride on the Mercenary, it is still a very effective build with just 5 or 6% mana leech. So if we quickly look at the advanced stats here, we have reached that 125 faster cast rate, we have 264 magic find, we have 6% mana steal, which is plenty, we got that 90% faster hit recovery, we've got all those breakpoints that we are wanting and needing to hit, and it's just such a smooth gameplay and such a solid gameplay, and you just really have no problem. As you can see, you can break physical immunes like on that Hephasto there, and this build is just so overpowered, and that's part of the reason why I am going to be switching over to Abyss Miasma very soon, because I'm kind of, I don't know how to call it, but I'm kind of over being so overpowered, and you know, that might just be the case for me, but some people might feel similar, and that's why I'm keen to try out a bit more of the other builds that the Warlock has to offer at this point in time. So we'll quickly just round off by finishing up the Chaos Sanctuary here, and I mean, in a way, whilst I've been chatting to you guys here, this is almost mindless play. You just point and shoot with this build. It really is just so powerful. As you can see here, against the undead, we aren't leeching as much mana back, and against these mana leeching souls, or whatever you want to call them. So there are certain areas where it's a bit harder to leech back your mana not using an insight on your mercenary or even on yourself, self-wielded. But overall, I think, you know, it's still very playable without an insight. And that extra damage, as you can see now, we're doing about 60k damage with this setup. If you had an inventory full of skillers, you could probably up that to about 70, maybe a bit more, 1000 damage, which is a ton of physical damage to do, especially at range and with the AoE spread that is provided by, oh, we ran out of mana there, so we just pop a potion, that is provided by the gear that we have. So I'm very stoked for one of you guys to win this full character. I think hopefully, in my mind, the ideal situation would be like a 40-year-old dad who doesn't have time to grind and play, has kids, and is just wanting to have some fun blasting and slaying enemies. And if they could win this setup and this gear, I would be so stoked for them, just to be able to, you know, skip a bit of that grind and just enjoy what the Warlock has to offer and the power that the Warlock has to offer. Yes, this is only players 1. I do understand that. I'm very aware of that. But you could only take my word for it. I don't have any gameplay of this exact gear setup on Players 8, but I can tell you and I can assure you that it absolutely slays and slaps on Players 8. You almost can't tell a player difference. And there we go, streamer luck. We found a Viper Magi from Diablo when we killed them there. 24 all res, that's pretty low. If somebody wants that, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to pass that on to you. And like I mentioned, just join the Discord community if you'd like to be a part of it. There's nothing forcing you to join it. If you'd like to be part of the competition and the giveaway, if you would like to be a part of that Discord community, then join it. There's nothing pressuring you to do that. And I'm just super stoked for the people who have already joined. We've also had some people already offering other items like Annihilus Charms and stuff to add to the giveaway, and it's just great seeing the generosity and how everyone's willing to share. And I just love the whole sort of community around Diablo 2 Resurrected at the moment. So with all that being said, thank you very much for watching this, and I hope to see you on our Discord, and I appreciate all your views, likes, shares and that good stuff here on YouTube, and we'll catch you again very soon for some Mana and Motherboards. Cheers!